Have you ever found like a local nature spot that someone's described in just such detail? Almost like they've given you a secret map to all its hidden corners? That feeling when you suddenly see there's way more going on than you first thought? Okay, let's unpack this. Today we're doing a deep dive into exactly that kind of place. The MyPath Trail in Spencer, Indiana. And this isn't, just a nice path. It's like a living lesson in local ecology. A perfect example, really, of how much detail is hiding in plain sight if you just look closely.
Yeah, and what's really neat is where our info comes from. It's wonderfully specific. Vern and his cat Clovis discuss the MyPath Trail in Spencer, Indiana.
Right. Vern and Clovis, you can't beat that for a source.
Exactly. So our mission today is basically to pull out the key takeaways from what they observed. We want to give you this really comprehensive picture of what makes MyPath special. Everything from how easy it is to get around the actual pass to the amazing variety of wildlife. Think of it as like the insider's guide, getting you straight to appreciating what's unique there.
So, whether you're already planning your next nature trip, maybe looking for some serious bird watching, or you're just curious about what kind of biodiversity is thriving right here in Indiana, well, you're definitely in for some surprising facts and insights today. Hopefully, it'll get you eager to check it out yourself. So, let's start with the basics. Anyone thinking about visiting MyPath, what do they need to know first?
Our source mentions practical things, right? Like parking.
Yep, right off the bat, Vern and Clovis point out two parking lots. Convenient, makes planning easier,
Oh,
definitely.
good to know.
But the really standout feature, I think, for a lot of folks is how accessible it is. There's a paved path, starts right there at the west parking lot, and it's specifically designed for wheelchairs.
Oh, that's fantastic. That really opens it up.
It really does. I mean, that immediately broadens who can actually get out and experience this nature space.
Right.
That's invaluable.
Yeah.
Imagine just rolling smoothly from your car right onto the trail, into the scenery.
The trail itself mostly sticks to the south bank of the White River. So you get those nice river views, the sound of the water. It sort of winds through this narrow line of trees right along the bank, that classic riparian environment.
Right, that zone right by the water.
Exactly.
Hmm.
But Vernon and Clovis also note that beyond that, the property opens up. There are newer tree plantings, even a big open field. So you get this mix of landscapes almost immediately. Shaded riverbank, then maybe a sunnier field.
So it sounds like it really packs a lot into a small area right at the start. Riverside, trees, open space, and super accessible. Does that initial variety kind of set the stage for everything else Vernon Clovis found? Or does the trail change a lot as you go further in?
Oh, it absolutely sets the stage. Vern's notes really emphasize that. You go from riverbank to open field pretty quickly. It means you're hitting multiple habitats right away, not just one thing. And that early diversity, yeah, it hints at the richness to come. It's key for supporting all the different plants and animals. You really feel that transition too. The temperature might change slightly. The sounds shift from the river to maybe insects in the field.
Huh.
It pulls you in.
Okay, so from those welcoming paths, let's talk about the plants. The trees. You might expect like a standard Indiana riverside forest, maybe just a few main types of trees. But it sounds like Vern and Clovis found something more complex, a real botanical tapestry, they called it. What trees are we actually seeing in that established bit along the river?
Right, and that gets us thinking about what makes these local ecosystems tick, especially by a river. In that older, narrow tree line, they found a really robust mix. You've got things like red mulberry, black walnut, Shumard oak, Kentucky coffee tree,
Okay.
box elder, American sycamore, common hackberry, and quite a few others too. It's not just a random collection. What Vern and Clovis implicitly point out is how well suited these are. Think about, say, black walnut roots holding the soil, or sycamores handling floods. They're nature's engineers for that riverbank.
Ah, right. They serve a purpose beyond just being trees there, stabilizing the bank.
Exactly. It's a classic mix for that specific spot, perfectly adapted to the river's ups and downs.
That paints a great picture. Mature trees doing their job. But then Vern and Clovis found this other layer, right? These tree plantings in an older field area. That sounds intentional. Like someone had a vision for shaping that part of the landscape. What did they plant there? What was the idea?
Yeah, that's what's really fascinating. It's a deliberate move to boost biodiversity, not just letting nature take its course entirely. These plantings, in what used to be an old field, include species like bold cypress,
Oh, interesting.
white oak, bur oak, pecan, and again, many others. The insight here from Vernon Clovis is that it's not just about more trees, it's about creating a richer environment overall. Different trees mean different microhabitats, which means attracting different kinds of wildlife.
So it creates more niches for things to live in.
Precisely. This kind of thoughtful management really pays off in terms of ecological richness. You get these distinct zones. You can actually see a new managed forest ecosystem sort of evolving right there.
So whether you're just out for a stroll enjoying the changing views or you're, really into identifying trees, MyPath has something for you. You can almost picture walking from under those big old sycamores by the river, then stepping into this younger area with maybe a tall bald cypress and different oaks. Keeps the walk interesting.
Definitely. Constantly changing textures and stories.
Okay, from the trees, let's look up. Let's talk birds. Because it sounds like my path is a real hot spot. For a lot of nature lovers, the birds are the main event, right? And my path sounds like it delivers both year-round and with seasonal visitors. Vern and Clovis seem pretty impressed.
Oh, absolutely. The river itself, the White River, is just a huge draw. It creates this vital habitat, especially for waterfowl in the winter. You can pretty reliably find mallards, wood ducks, common goldeye, hooded mergansers then.
The winter regulars.
Right. The river's a key stopover, a place to feed.
Oh.
But the real stars, the year-round celebrities, are the bald eagles.
Ah.
They are consistently there, which says a lot about the river's health, actually. And it's just, well, it's an amazing sight.
Year-round eagles. That's incredible. That really elevates the place.
It really does. And beyond eagles, Vernon Clovis mentioned, it's just generally a great spot for watching raptors, hawks, falcons, particularly watching them soaring over the South Hillside. It's apparently a prime spot for that.
Wow. So even on a quiet winter day, you might get this dramatic show overhead. That's fantastic. Did Vern or Clovis give any hints on the best way to actually spot them, since they're there so often?
Well, they didn't give explicit tips, but reading between the lines of Vern's notes, it sounds like patience is key. And just keeping your eyes open. Scan the riverbanks, especially the bends where eagles might perch.
Mm-hmm.
And definitely watch the sky over that South Hill for the soaring raptors. Their consistent presence suggests it's more about spending a bit of time looking rather than needing pure luck. And the open areas help with sightlines.
Good point. Okay, so beyond the year-round eagles and winter waterfowl, what about those specific seasonal sightings? For the dedicated birder, maybe someone with a life list, Vern and Clovis mentions some special opportunities. Shorebirds and warblers, specifically. What makes my path good for them?
Right, and this really highlights how specific little bits of habitat, microhabitats, can be so important. For shorebirds, the key time is late summer and fall. That's when their specific habitat pops up. There's this unique rocky area and outcropping that gets exposed where Elliston Creek flows into the White River.
Ah, okay. When the water level drops.
Exactly. That plus any sandbars that appear in the river creates this perfect temporary feeding zone, like a little pop-up restaurant for shorebirds.
Ah, nice analogy.
So that's where you'll commonly see things like least sandpipers, spotted sandpipers, killdeer. Other rare ones might drop in too during migration. It's a specific window, late summer into fall, for that particular experience. Shows how dynamic the trail is.
That's a great example of timing your visit. Totally different feel than spring. Okay, and then the warblers. The note's called the diversity excellent. That sounds promising.
Oh, it's more than promising. It's exceptional. Excellent diversity for most of the year. That's a huge draw for birders. Vern and Clovis recently noted seeing black-throated bluer, Connecticut, and mourning warblers.
Wow, those are definitely sought-after species. Not easy finds everywhere.
Not at all. And their regular appearance here speaks volumes about the habitat quality. But here's the other cool part. The viewing is usually excellent. Because a lot of the property has younger trees and shrubs, the birds are often feeding lower down, eye level or just above.
No warbler neck then.
Hopefully less of it.
Yeah.
Much easier to spot and identify than when they're way up in a tall canopy. They also hang out along the creek and riverbanks and in weedy patches in the fall. Lots of food sources.
Okay, so good variety and good views. That's the winning combo.
Definitely. That mix of habitat and viewing conditions makes it super productive for warbler watching.
And it's not just warblers taking advantage of this, right? Vern and Clovis mention other groups too, and something specific.
Absolutely. The habitat supports way more. Vern's notes confirm lots of vireos, thrushes, orioles, flycatchers are numerous when they're in season. You get that constant chorus of calls, flashes of color. He even mentioned hearing the distinct calls through the younger woods.
Nice.
And for those who know their flycatchers, Vern mentioned this is a very reliable spot for alder flycatcher.
Oh, okay. That's a good tip for serious birders.
Yeah, they can be tricky elsewhere.
Yeah.
It just underlines the biodiversity here. MyPath really supports a wide range of birds throughout the year. Every visit could turn up something new.
It really sounds like it. Whether you want that flash of yellow from a spring warbler or a shorebird by the creek in late summer, or that majestic eagle anytime, my path seems to offer it. It's dynamic, changing with the seasons, clearly a place that rewards visiting again and again. So what does this all boil down to for you if you're listening and thinking about exploring?
Well, from those paved paths that welcome everyone to the really interesting mix of trees, old natives, and new plantings, and then this incredible variety of birds, eagles, warblers, all sorts.
The MyPath Trail in Spencer, Indiana is obviously way more than just a simple walk. It feels like a real testament to the natural richness we can find locally if we just look closely, like Vernon Clovis did.
Exactly. And connecting it to the bigger picture, their detailed look really shows how one single place, documented well, can offer so much throughout the year. It's not static, right? It changes. Quiet winter walks with waterfowl, intense spring migration birding. It really encourages all of us, I think, to maybe look a bit closer at the natural spaces right around us, our own backyards, or maybe a local park.
Like Vern and his cat, Clovis, did in their backyard, essentially.
Yeah. These detailed local accounts are so valuable. They show that you don't always have to travel far to find something profound in nature.
So, as you think about everything we've uncovered about my path today, here's a final thought to maybe chew on. What other local natural spots, maybe ones you pass by all the time, ones that seem ordinary, what hidden treasures might they hold? What specific surprising stories are just waiting there for someone to notice, to observe with that kind of detail, and then share? You might have your own My Path closer than you realize, just waiting for a closer look.